The biggest fear for parents of children with disabilities is what happens when I die. We all worry so much. There'll be no one there to really oversee, to advocate, to fight for, and to care in that way. We all build networks informally through life, but sometimes a person with a disability has a hard time building their own community. And so this is the intention of working toward building that community.
We realized that it was really hard for us to figure everything out on our own.
Having a child with a disability is tough in itself, but planning everything that's supposed to happen with her and to her is overwhelming sometimes.
We're wired for connection as humans, and I worry about his ability to get out there in the world and have enough people around him of his own choosing.
Because parents are by and large doing it all themselves, that means that the kids are around their parents an awful lot. Now that Maverick is 18, he does not want to be around his parents all the time. And I don't think he wants us to be setting up a system where he has to feel like he can't live without us.
A personal network is like an extended family. It's a little group of people who commit to being involved with that person and caring about their quality of life.
I like to call a network a project, because you think of a project as something that you're not really quite sure where it's going to go, and it's something that we're all working on together, and we're figuring stuff out together.
As Brenna turned 18, we had to start worrying about Social Security and Medicaid. So we started a network of friends and family members, friends that have known Brenna for a long time, most of her life actually.
It was a big leap of faith for me and Steve to make that first step to invite people into our lives to be thinking about Maverick in a meaningful way.
The hardest thing about starting a network is the courage to ask other people to help. In our society, nobody wants to think they can't take care of everything in their own life.
Starting a network for us was pretty hard, especially more so for my husband than myself, because he did not want to ask people for help or to take their time with us or to even learn all the things that they needed to learn about Brenna in order to help her later on in life.
It took me a couple of years to get to where I was going to do that ask of inviting people to come into our home to help. That was terrifying.
I think what we all have in common is that tension as a parent between wanting to help and letting go.
Who would we talk to? I mean, trying to figure out what friend would be best. Would they say yes? Would they say no?
You have to prepare for the possibility that someone will say no. And if they say no, you don't take it personally. You say, oh, they're too busy right now, but maybe they'll find another way to be in my child's life.
Over the course of the last several years, the conversation has become a little heavier. We've started to have conversations about what happens when parents aren't here anymore.
We want to make sure she has a network of friends and family that know all about her, knows her likes and dislikes, knows about her medical history, knows about her financial situation. So if something were to happen to us, they can pick up and take care of Brenna for us when we're gone.
You think this is such a big imposition, why would anybody want to join a network? But they discover that they gain so much from being in a network. They learn about that person at the center. They become friends with the other people in the network. It gives them a sense of purpose, of commitment. It comes from the heart, and so they know that they're doing something so worthwhile, that they're working for this person's quality of life.
This is part of our network, the Trabolsi family. They're our next-door neighbors.
When they told us what the personal network was and asked us to be a part of it, we immediately said yes.
We've been learning about lots of different aspects of your life, Maverick, right? And all the different components, from healthcare to school to, wheelchairs and equipment.
It's been a really easy, natural way to deepen relationships with people that we already had relationships with.
What I've said and continue to believe is that it's really about how to build community and be together.
So a personal network is a tool, a method of really replacing that deep care that a parent has.
Knowing that we have a network in place, that she has a job, that she's happy, that part of things that we've planned out are going very well.
Maverick's 18 now, and when I think about a network, and when I think about Maverick's good life, I always think about this picture of these old men who are just friends and living their lives together, and that's what I see. That's what I see for Maverick. That's what makes me really hopeful.
So this is a win-win. It's really good for the person at the center. It brings peace of mind and support for the family, and it creates a new avenue of fun, of commitment, of joy for the members of the network. Go to the Texas Parent to Parent website, click on Pathways to Adulthood, and find tools, ideas, links, concepts to help you plan for a good life for your child after graduation.